All right. Glory be to God. Welcome to the Kingdom Woman channel where living for God is made practical. I am Mariah, the Kingdom Woman. Thank you for tuning in today. So yeah, today's video, I'm just going to be piggybacking off of my previous video and talking about why you keep sinning. After you get saved, people struggle with the fact that they keep sinning. And for some people, they drift away and they feel hopeless. And so I'm just going to touch on that and shed some light on it. Because it's a reality that many people won't touch on, many people in the religious community don't touch on. But we're just going to go ahead and, provide some clarification on that today. So look, you got saved and you kept sinning. The reality of it is everybody got saved and kept sinning, boo. You ain't the only one. The reality of it is everybody kept sinning. Now, the reality of it is also that once you get saved, the Holy Spirit now becomes a part of your life. And so instead of operating primarily by your old sinful nature, you have a new nature within you, the Holy Spirit, that compels you to do right and convicts you when you do wrong. So you should not still be repeating the same thing, the same lifestyle that you had before, but chances are you are repeating most of it because the goal is to become more Christ-like, and the process to become more Christ-like is an actual process. It's not something that happens instantaneous where you get saved and now you put on a suit and you go to Bible study and you go to church on Sunday and now you're perfect. That is a lie. That's a fable, fairy tale that I don't know who made that up, but that's a lie. And if yeah, you might want to find somebody that's keeping it real because that's a lie. Now, we all struggle with something. We all are struggling with something because the Bible tells us and lets us know that there is no good within our flesh. So there's still an enemy on the loose. And as long as you are in a flesh suit, your flesh will have desires that it wants you to fulfill. That old sin nature is still in you. It doesn't disappear. You don't get there is still an enemy on the loose. There will always be an enemy on the loose until the enemy is thrown into the lake of fire. So battling with sin and battling with the decision to do wrong things when you desire to do right things will be an ever-present reality in your life until the devil is thrown into the lake of fire. So you shouldn't be surprised that you are tempted by the devil. That is a reality of everyday life. But because you have the Holy Spirit, now you have the ability to make the right choice. You have the conviction. You have somebody telling you, hey, make the right choice. It's kind of like on them old school cartoons where the person was contemplating making a certain decision and a devil showed up on one side and an angel showed up on one side. And, each one had their own point of view. And it was the person who was making the decision. It was their choice. They had an option to make. Well, that's you. The person in the middle is you. And every day you go through life. And when decisions come up and choices are presented before you to be made, to be had, it's your responsibility to make a decision one way or the other. Now, we always don't choose to do the right thing. Sometimes we choose to do the wrong thing. And when that happens, it's our responsibility to talk to God about it because we are developing a relationship with God. And when we do that, we're saying, God, look what I just did. I know good and well I ain't had no business doing it. But I done went over to Miss Miller's house again and she got that gripper and You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And you want to tell God the truth because one, he's seen you do it and you can't hide from him. So you might as well just keep it. He was right there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He already died for that sin in the first place. But it ain't no rock you can run and hide under that God ain't gonna find you. So he already know what you did. You might as well just be honest and open with him because you have a relationship with him now. If you have the Holy Spirit, he actually lives within you now. So you can't get rid of him. He'll never leave you. He'll never leave you. So it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you receive the Holy Spirit. It doesn't matter how dirty you get, throughout this process of navigating life with him. He's always going to be there. Now, you may have to deal with some consequences of that decision you just made, but God is still going to be there. God is going to be there. And that's the reality of it. If somebody is telling you that because they got a word and they put a suit on and, they go to Bible study and they on the usher board and the deacon board and, you know what I'm saying, they wear all this stuff, that they ain't sinning no more. They lying to you. They lying out of their teeth. They lying out of their teeth. And at the same time, you have to be, you have to have a level of compassion towards people in their own sins too, because somebody is battling with something on the other side. And that's why it's important to confess our faults one to another so you can help somebody. You may have already overcame something that they're struggling with. And so that's why we have to be loving towards one another, empathetic towards one another, understanding about each other's struggles because we can help one another. We can help one another become better people because everybody is at a different process, at a different level in their process with God. Some people have overcome different things, but nobody on the earth is walking around not dealing with something. So yes, you're going to keep sinning. Nobody is going to tell you that, but yes, you're going to keep sinning. The goal is for you to choose the right decision as much as possible. Now, the reference for that is Romans 7. It's right there, black and white. Paul was going through the same thing. So the goal is for you to become more Christ-like. The goal is for you to let God know what's up. Tell him the truth. Tell him what you're struggling with so that you can overcome. You know what I'm saying? When you first get sin, you a dirty dog. You are a dirty dog. Like, man, you are so far from being Christ-like. That's why it's a process. It's a process. Your whole life up until that point where you receive the Holy Spirit, you've been operating on the sinful nature, with the sinful nature. And so now you have a new nature. You have to learn God. You have to learn who Jesus is. You have to learn his ways. You have to learn what's right from wrong, according to the word. You have to learn to understand the Holy Spirit. All of that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. So this idea that you should have just became perfect and never sinned again, and I don't know who made that up, but I'm here to tell you, baby, everybody is struggling with something. And I'm also here to tell you that Jesus still loves you anyway. Now find you somebody that's honest. Don't be around these folks that pretending to be holy because they struggling with something. Now they don't want to keep it real. You need to find somewhere else. You need to find somewhere else to kick it. All right. Okay. So that's it. Struggles with the fleshy flesh. Now, if you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section and I might make another video just for you. Until next time, peace out. I got some errands to run. I got to go get a feel.